Today's barn find about this extremely rare Talbot Matra Rancho. It's been sleeping over 26 years in this garage in Budapest. Stick with me today because we're going to get this one out and hopefully we're going to get it started as well. So right now, behind me, they're putting the axle stand in. As you can see, they're lifting up the car so they can put the wheel dollies underneath there, because the car has not been moved for over 26 years at all. It's been parked exactly in the same position. So the dollies is going to be put underneath there. It's a front wheel drive right now. They try to lift it right in the middle. So that's what they're doing. So both rear wheel is going to be jacked up. And shall we just go have a quick look? So this is what's happening right now. Ferenc was extremely excited to get this car out to the daylight again. He jacked up the rear axle because we had no dollies. Put a jack on a piece of timber because the owner said we can't pull the jack on the floor, which caused a bit of a problem. That's why we were struggling so much, because the trolley jack wheels keep stuck in on that piece of timber and we have to keep go backwards and forwards and move the wheels. Otherwise we couldn't pull it, so we pulled like 6-8 inches and then we have to stop again. That's why we have to keep going on and off, on and off. So far, that's where we are with the car. So it's ready for the trailer to come and gonna tow it out because we have to go up here. Zoltan showed me some pictures who owned this vehicle for over 26 years. He had it out in the daylight back in 2016, just right in front of the house. There are some well-preserved parts and bits and semi-restored. Everything is fiberglass. Also, Zoltan so keen to show me the engine with a twin-choke carburetor on it. He reckoned that was a Renault R5 engine, but after some research I had after the filming, that's a Simco engine for 1.4 liter. Finally the trailer arrived and we start winching out this little baby out in the sunlight. While we love our classic cars and drive them and so fascinating to see all these old cars, we can't deny we have to drive a new car, and that's why I came today's video sponsor, Carly. What you can see on the screen, I had a quick search on the fault codes on my van. Carly is a simple device to use. Just plug it into the OBD port of your car and you can get all the codes, and Carly is so helpful. You've got a smart mechanic where you give you hints and ideas how to fix it for yourself. If you're DIY like me, you're gonna love this. If you wanna get Carly, they give you a special offer now, so you can get an extra 10% off if you're using the code old skull. Please get it, and you can get 10% discount either with the code or with the link in description. Thank you, Carl. So welcome to this Talbot Matra Rancho project. This is actually the first time we just pushed it into this garage now, and we lifted it up. And Ferenc, who doesn't speak any English, just gonna show us stuff, and I have to translate. So it's gonna be a bit mix and match of two language. But this is the first time he actually see the car, because he bought it a year and a half ago in Budapest, was laid off, and was part of for 26 years, was a failed restoration, as most of them the cars. And this car last run in 2016, according to the previous owner. So this is going to be the first walk around in a car, and we try to start it as well. Well, that's the plan. So Ferenc, what we need to look out for, what we need to see when we're checking over a vehicle? Well, I'm looking at the valves, and they are disgusting. They are not up to standard in today's standard. But also looking at the sill and the bottom of the door is just so wavy. It's far from being perfect. And the sill has been done with two pieces. It's not been great. And also in the bottom of the sill, the connections and the valve is just appealing, really. The valves on the bottom of the vehicle, it's just really bad quality everywhere. The chassis legs, the chassis frames is not been welded to well. It's in good condition, but anything welded to it is just really bad. Somebody had a good will to try to fix this, but you know, 25-30 years ago when they start fixing this, they was worthless, really. So somebody tried to fix one of these. They just want to fix it for the next MOT or roadworthiness if you live it in from a different country. There are so many different cars was so much better to fix. You know, a Talbot back in the day was really worthless. So anybody who want to fix a car, they fix a Mercedes or a BMW where was money in it. The brake is just rusty, and the torsion suspension looks in good condition. This is a typical French stuff, have a torsion rear suspension, and they are so easy to adjust just with that bolt and nut. You undo that nut and you raising and lowering the ride height. I'm not scared from the valves, really, because this is not urgent. This is for a hobby, so whenever I have time, I will fix these bad quality valves. Thing is, this car was so cheap, so it doesn't matter. When you're buying a car like this, you buy it when it's available for sale. You're not buying it when you want to buy it. There is a factory alloy wheels on it, which is super rare. I tell you what, we can get a hammer and just knock all the valves off, but I don't really want to do that, because I don't want to hurt the vehicle just yet. There's no point. So what's your plan with the vehicle? You want to fix it up, or you want to fully restore it, or you want to just do it up as a daily? What's your plan, Ferenc? I need a lot more information to make a decision about it, if I want to fix this one up or just really resell it. I don't know yet. It's worth to build this car, but I want to build it properly. I don't want to do any shortcuts. I need to give it a good sandblasting to reveal all the bits and bobs is been bodged over the years, and I can see some behind the grill as well, which is, I don't know what it is. It looks like somebody put something over it, painted over something. Yeah, well, I understand, Ferenc, what you're saying, because anybody who said we got a semi-restored or a restored vehicle, we don't know how well it's been restored or how bad it's been restored. The front cross member looks alright. I know a couple of people who break in this type of vehicle, so shouldn't be a too much problem to get a couple of spare bits, even so they're so rare. Oh, I can see, yeah, there is some marks, some rust marks underneath the door. Everything is so wavy, and the seals and the doors is just so bad. It's not been straightened up. There's no point to keep going on about it, because back in the day that was how they just fixed cars, just appealing really for the next MOT, because they was worthless. So let's get the oil out. I wonder what's in it. If it's oil, water, what sort of oil, petrol. Well, it's not clean oil for sure. Does it smell like petrol in it? It's not. What you reckon with this oil? I've not been using 1040 oil for some time, so I don't remember. So what's the difference between the Simca and the Rancho front wings? Or if you're in America, fenders. So the difference is the Rancho is got a recess for the plastic trim to go over it to make it wider, and the Simca is just as is. So I want to restore it to factory standard. I don't want any modification on it. I want it original as possible. You reckon this is the actual color of the car? No, I don't think so. I think it was mustard yellow. This is not a factory color, I think. But you're lucky because you got all the bits and bobs. The mirror is aftermarket. The plastic over the top, the actual roof rack, worth some money. It's super rare. Well, we are at the point where we shouldn't forget it to put some oil in there before we turning the engine over. So Ferenc got just a oil. So after drop that old stinky oil, just get some fresh one in there, and while he pour it in, we should have some lubrication running down the cylinders as well. So this is a 1040 oil, so it should be alright for now. Oh, this is the dipstick. It's a wire on it. Yeah. On Ford normally they got a wire on it, so you got a level meter in there, so you know if you lower oil. You reckon it's temperature or oil level? I think it's level. Shall we take this inlet off? Yeah, please do so, because then we can get the petrol in to the car, helping start the engine. You reckon shall we check this old Bosch battery if it's any good or not? Well, worth it to put it up on a charger just to see what's what. What year you reckon this battery? I don't know, I don't find any... Well, it looks like it's completely dead, there's nothing in it. New second hand, really. I know it's working. Something drawing some electricity. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh. I see it is ignition is on, mate, because where we're moving the car, the ignition was on, so we don't have steering lock. Alright, so we got oil. Put the top back on. We should start with the fuel pump, if we can pump it up. We either pump it up with the hand pump or through the fuel pump, the mechanical fuel pump. Now, I think, mate, we should take the top off from the carburetor, just tip in a little bit of a fuel, does help starting. I reckon this car is only survived because it's been laid up for so long in a garage, that's why it's never been scrapped off, I think. You reckon it was a good idea to store this car for 25 years? Well, if we work it out, if you pay £25 or dollar a month for the garage and you time it up 25 years, I don't think it was a good deal to store this vehicle. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, give us a calculation and drop it in a comment, was worth it or not. Hang on a minute, I need to get a small container so I can put all the clips and the bolts in one container so I'm not losing them. Oh, look at that lovely twin choke carburetor. You want to take out the spark plugs? Well, you want to take it out? No, I don't really want to take it out. I don't want to take it out at the moment. Well, my idea is we take the ignition lead off, so at least it's not starting straight away before we're building oil pressure into the car. Okay, that's a good idea. Oh, what is this? This is like a pre-OBD port on a vehicle, or this is the basic computer? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Guys, please drop it down in a comment if you've seen one. What's that? What's on the top? It's dirt on it. I reckon it's a good idea if we pull the fuel pipe off and give it an outside fuel tank, so we're not dragging any dirt or rubbish into the carburetor. Oh wow, look at that, it just started. Unbelievable, first flick, after we just put a little bit of fuel down there. I think we should put some more fuel in there. Yes, I think it's a very good idea to put more fuel in there.
Jó, minden oké.
Okay.
Ez itt nem folyik, ez rendben van.
Oh, this is all good. Nothing is leaking. Fantastic. Can you hear that the alternator is whining a bit? So it's charging. Your light, your headlight is on. I know, I just switched it on. The indicator should be on the bumper, but it's not on yet. It's not been fitted.
Szép hangja van a dupla torkunak.
Let's look at all the parts we have. We got all the nuts and bolts, window winder, fixing, I think it's bumper fixing in there. There is wire, which is useless really, it's for nothing. Also there are some really exciting driving lights. They look really cool. The interior looks in really good condition. It's very dirty, but in good nick. There is loads of parts in the boot, and the boot is opening downwards like in a Range Rover. What you see in here is all the bits, the front bumper, the trims, wheel arch, extensions. They all made from fiberglass. Shall we try one on, just to see what they looks like? Oh, was the clip is broken? So let's have a look. Oh yes, that looks amazing. The side panel does the job really. So this quarter panel goes like this, so hiding that bit of a canvas behind it. And the final piece is really the face of the car with this huge bumper on it. Such an iconic looking car. Oh, it looks fantastic. It does have a really good face. Well, this is gonna be a never-ending project, or what you think? Because maybe this Ranchero is gonna be refurbished very, very soon, but Ferenc is not decided yet when. So, as you know, all the projects always take a lot of time, you know, before they proceed, but because we started it, I know it's gonna be just a little, you know, you just need a little bit more persuader to proceed with this car, and it's gonna be, you know, up and running. I know he's gonna weld it and do all the stuff with it, and he doesn't like the color. I don't know what you think of the color, but I love this color. But you want to change everything on it, but as you see, all the bits is in the car. You know, you can get, you know, if you want it, you can fix this one up within 24 hours, you know, put all the bits on it, and it's a completely running vehicle. So what you think? Drop it down in a comment. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, drop a like to me, and I see you at the next time.